We already saw in fundamental section while learning props that when we pass attributes to a component, they are received as props in the component definition. Now let's explore more options with props. I will quickly create an app. So let me just remove these default tags. I'll go to Explorer and I will add demo component.js. Inside this, I'll say import React from React, const demo component will receive props, and let's write a return statement, and I'll say div, and I close the brackets and I'll say export default demo component. Now let's go to app.js and I'll just import the demo component from the demo component. And here I just put demo component. Alright, now I just want to write a message in the demo component. So I'll add a paragraph here. I'll say paragraph demo component. And now you see the output that it displays the paragraph. So the component is ready. Now another thing I want to do is I want to constantly show the value of props. So here I just want to display the objects. I'll say curly brackets json.stringify. This we have already seen earlier as well. Props. Now let's check the output. So you see that the props is representing an empty object. So there is an object, but it doesn't have any value. Now here I want to show that you can pass expression inside attribute with the component. So let's go to app.js. Here I'll just add an attribute saying value is equal to curly brackets 1 plus 4. Now if you observe the output inside the object, it is already saying 5, but let's also display value separately. So I'll put an HR here in the demo component. Let's have an h2 and I say value colon dash and open the curly brackets props.value and I end the h2. So here with the attribute value, I have written an expression which is evaluated in props, as you can see in the output. Instead of this, you may also have any JavaScript function. Let's say, let me remove this 1 plus 4 and I just say new date and parentheses. Now you see that it displays the date with the time zone. Or even let's just say dot get full year, which is a function, right? So here it says 2021. That's the current year. So this is how the expressions or functions are executed. Now you may also write math.random, for example, and you can try various combinations. Now, like a valid expression, you can use the string literals as well. This we have already seen though, but let me just recap that I may have a curly bracket and I put a string saying string literal, and now you see that inside the object also it is showing the string literal, and the value, that is props.value, is also giving you the same value. When you are passing a string, you may also avoid these curly brackets. Let's say I remove these curly brackets and you see that still the output is same. So these are the various ways through which you can pass attribute which is actually received by the props in the component's definition. One relative question is, what is the difference between these two statements? So there is no difference because it's a string literal, it is a fixed string, but when you put it in the curly brackets, that is also valid, and being a string literal, if you do not use curly brackets, then also it's going to give you the same output.